This is it then. It's the big one, the season finale of SKG Tier 1 here in Season 11. And we're in Abu Dhabi under the lights for one final race. It's Britain versus Poland, it's McLaren versus Aston Martin, it is Josh Rose versus Kacper and Jacek for one final battle. And what better stage for the last act to be performed on than this, the Yas Marina circuit as the sun begins to set. 5.28 kilometres, 16 turns and 2 DRS zones ahead for our drivers, 29 laps standing between them and the history books. For one last time, let's go racing. Good evening, ladies and gents. After 11 rounds and 58 different drivers, we are finally here for the season finale of SKG Tier 1. And as you could hear from the little giggle in the background from Ollie, we're at Abu Dhabi and it's raining. And this is not what we normally see in a desert, put it that way. Welcome along, everyone. My name is George Sanderson. As always, alongside me in the commentary box is Ollie Lois. Ollie, you've already giggled in the background, and I mean, I can understand why. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very, very well. I mean, who'd have thought? You know, in the middle of a desert, you know, I've got a rain shower.
Be honest with me, was that on your bingo card for this season? Rain in Abu Dhabi qualifying, and it caused absolute chaos. Let's take a look at the grid for the race itself, and there is your big talking point. Kacper and Jacek, P13 in the season finale, the title decider, alongside Lufu, who himself is in a championship battle. They have a lot of work to do today. Into the top 10, you have Ajman and Imu on row 5 of the grid. Goat Ghosty won on debut last time out. He starts on P8 alongside Panos Veras. Then you have JJ in the Alpine making his debut alongside championship leader Josh Rose in P5. Marius Anderson lines up in 4th, out qualifying Kacper for the first time this season. He has Ryan Bannock alongside him. Gatcha is P2 on debut, and Takubi gets his second pole of the season. Here we go then, for the last time in Season 11, it all comes down to this as the lights go green in Abu Dhabi, and it's a good getaway from Takubi. He'll hold the lead into Turn 1 as Josh Rose is battling with Marius Anderson, who has spun to the back of the grid. There was definite contact there. We'll have to wait and see if anything comes from that, but Josh Rose up into 4th. His teammate Takubi leads the way, and Kacper and Jacek only gaining 1 place. He's still down in P12 as we head through Turn 5 and onto the DRS straight, Ollie.
Oh,
Stay Daisy round
Stay
at the back.
around as well.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm last.
So, Slipstream Fest as we head down the 1.2 kilometre straight towards Turn 6. Will there be any lunges in the background? There's a battle going on over 7th place. You can see as Imu breaks late and
as that
almost
Ajman
runs into the back of
rounds.
Panos.
Joder, bro, me tiene ya hasta la puta polla el Alpine de mierda, tío.
I believe there was contact with him and a different car. I didn't see who the car was, but yeah, a bit unfortunate there as Ryan Bannock goes around the outside of Gasha. P2, can he make that stick? He's going to try and keep his foot in. And he does. Wow, brilliant move from the Haas. He's going to have a great opportunity.
Yeah, he's burnt a lot of battery. You can see the McLaren saving some battery himself. Ryan Bannock down the inside, and here comes Josh Rose as well. Thinking of the move to get himself up onto the podium. The two McLarens going side by side. Josh gets the move done, and Takubi now has to fight for his life to hold on to 3rd place as the two racing bulls decide they want a piece of the action as well. But Takubi into the new left-hand bank corner of Turn 9 holds on to 3rd place and lets his teammate through into 2nd. Yeah, and we have a look at the tyres there. You can see Goat Ghosty and Stay Daisy, both Mercedes on the alternate strategy, starting on the hard tyres. Everyone else on the medium compound.
I believe the lead is about to change.
Yeah, Josh Rose down the inside of Ryan Bannock, up into the race lead, goes the McLaren, and the championship leader leads the way in Abu Dhabi as he takes a big chunk of sausage curb there, and that might leave him vulnerable once again to the Haas. The Haas driver of Ryan Bannock has the DRS, down the inside he goes, and back up into the race lead. Will Josh try and hang it round the outside? Not this time around. Nicely done by Ryan Bannick. And the Haas leads once again. So riding along now on lap 5 with the Mercedes of Ghosty. You've got Ashman in the Williams in the bottom right corner as well. You can see Ghosty trying to force it down the inside of the Aston Martin of Marius Anderson, who's struggling with front wing damage, then gets squeezed off the track. And it's all going to come to blows into the final corner.
Qué retrasado, ¿qué coño le pasa, tío?
Imu.
Catsper, Panos and Imu all going for the same position here as Imu down the inside of both of them, gets 2 moves in one and into the chicane, loses the rear end a bit as the rear tyres lock up. Catsper has to cut the corner to avoid the kick Sauber, and now going down the second DRS straight, we will go side by side once again. Gasher is thinking of a move onto Kubi ahead as well, but it's 3 wide going towards turn 9 as Lufu gets involved, and Catsby and Jacek, after challenging for 4th place, is now all the way down to 8th.
With everyone,
Two
as we
drivers
see,
coming
people
into
pitting.
the pits there. That is Catsby and Jacek and Panos Veras, both into the pit lane here at the start of lap 10. I'm interested to see what happens to this gap through sector 3. Now that Kubi has got himself back into 2nd place, is he really trying to slow up the pack here to benefit
Yes,
Josh
he
Rose?
is.
And it
He's
looks
half
like
throttle.
he is, and yeah, he's lost a second pretty much to his teammate there.
As his teammate
And-
pits now.
Yeah, Josh into the pits, as is Gasher, and Kubi will continue, and I feel like that was a bit needless from the McLaren driver there, because now he's putting himself under pressure of being undercut by Catsby and Jacek when Kubi eventually comes into the pit lane. And whilst that was going on, there was contact further down the field between Lufu and JJ.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I tell you what, Ollie, if you ride along with Catsby and JJ, you can let us know how close he is. We're keeping an eye onto Kubi at the moment. He straps on the hard tyres and heads down the pit lane. This very unique pit lane at Abu Dhabi as they go down the hill and
Yep,
under
Casper will be
turn
ahead,
1.
looks like, by the looks of it.
And yeah, Catsper coming through turn 1 now as Kubi comes out under the tunnel and up the other side, and well, you can see how much time that has cost him. He's out behind Imu and is about 3 or 4 seconds almost behind Catsper. For the time being, we ride along with Catsby and Jacek as we head down the DRS straight. Josh does not have DRS, and that is allowing Panos Veras to get the move done, and Catsby and Jacek is going to follow him through. The 2 title protagonists side by side through the chicane at turn 6 and 7, but
Casper
Catsper
gets it done.
the move done around the outside through the second part of the chicane, moves himself up into 4th place. But Stay Daisy has really held up this pack, and I'm sure Catsper was hoping that Josh wasn't going to be able to get through as quickly. But Catsper burned a lot of battery and has
it's
got
Marius
back
Anderson.
within.
Goes for a move that was not there, and he spins himself and half spins Stay Daisy at the same time. Yeah, looks like Casper might get the move done on Panos here. He pulls to the left, gets the move done up into a net race lead with Ghosty, who's still yet to pit out on the hards.
We'll ride along with Josh Rose in the McLaren though, as he looks to potentially make the move on Panos, who instead is making the move on Catsby and Jacek. And back up into
Josh
2nd
Rose.
place. Josh launches it down the inside. There is wheel-to-wheel contact between the Aston Martin and the McLaren, and Josh has to settle for 4th place. That was a very late send by the British driver as he now looks to go around the outside of the Aston Martin, heading down towards turn 9. This long banked left-hander, can he make the move stick all the way around the outside? The McLaren will find the grip, and he will continue to find the grip as there's further contact. But no, he has to stay in 4th place. Close battling between our title protagonists.
Just the DRS so powerful around here, just able to fly by. But now Panos is now going to be the one vulnerable. As
Yeah,
they're going to
here
go
they
3
go.
wide here.
They almost are. Panos
close.
side by side with Catsby and Jacek through turn 9. Can Catsby do it all the way around the outside on the RB? He'll use all the track available to him, and that is a wonderful move by the Aston Martin. Gets himself back into 2nd place as Panos runs into the back of him into the braking zone there, but no damage done. Down towards turn 9. Will there be a move for the lead this time around as Catsper in the slipstream of the McLaren? He goes to the outside once again. It's been a popular hunting ground for the Aston Martin tonight. He sweeps across and slams the door shut. These drivers, there may only be 14 drivers here tonight and only 13 left in the race as Catsper spins it He loses the car out of the Latifi corner at turn 14. And drama once again in Tier 1. It's the championship that keeps on giving. And that could be the final nail in the coffin for Kacper Jędrzejczyk.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Oh my word. Well, that is... Unless something dramatic happens, that is Josh Rose, probably our champion. As the gap now is... I mean, that's quite large.
About, yeah, 5 or 6
safety
seconds.
car.
There's a safety car.
What's that for? Oh, as Lufu, I believe, has lost his wing.
Yes,
so we'll see what everyone does
Josh
here.
Rose into the pits, takes this opportunity, and he might as well. Yeah, Josh will control the pace. We'll ride along with the McLaren as the safety car comes in, and the McLaren launches it through the penultimate corner. He is away and has gone quite early there. And, well, they've dropped third place of Imu, but they haven't. Josh hasn't really dropped Panos on that safety car restart. The RB following closely behind in second place. Everyone on fresh mediums, apart from this man down in P9, Kacper Jędrzejczyk. The Aston Martin crew have rolled the dice here with him down in P9 after that spin, and he is on fresh, soft tyres, so he needs to make as much progress as quickly as physically possible. And what a drive this has been by Josh Rose. It wasn't the greatest of qualifyings as he started down in what I believe was 5th place. He's up 4 places. Panos up 5 places into second.
Contact between Takubi, Imu and Marius Anderson as Marius Anderson spins again. And then he's now going to go down to P7? P7?
He is inside the safety cars. There's a big crash there. Ryan Banning goes around. That's another safety car.
Yeah, good job, you f***hole. Now he just took me out. Good job. Good job. What a Oh, someone else took him out. Thank goodness.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out.
Someone legit just took him out, and now there's a safety car.
Last lap of season 11. It all comes down to this one, and well, it's looking very good for Josh Rose, who'll lead us away under the safety car for a second time. He's leaving it later this time around before launching it, though, and he'll leave it until the final corner as away we go for the final time in Season 11. Can Panos make a move for the lead? He'll go to the outside for turn 9, but Josh has it covered, as he's had much of the competition covered throughout this season. Panos loses the rear end, and through goes Takubi. It's a McLaren 1-2 in the final race of the championship. Fantastic stuff by the Papaya. Kacper still down in P5, and we only have a couple of corners to go. Josh Rose has commanded this race. He has commanded most of the championship, and the British driver in the British car will win the championship in Abu Dhabi. Fantastic stuff from Josh Rose. He is your Season 11 champion. So congratulations to Josh Rose, who takes his 3rd win of the season, and with it, the Drivers' Championship. Commiserations, though, to Kacper Jędrzejczyk. The Aston Martin putting up a fine performance throughout the season, but it just unravelled in the final race. As for the rest of the podium, Takubi completes a McLaren 1-2, and with P3, Lufu finishes ahead of Panos Veras in both the race and the championship standings. The 2 Aston Martins are 5th and 6th, with the 2 Alpines completing the top 10 after both receiving 5-second penalties. Goat Ghosty will be disappointed with P12 after his debut win in Belgium last time out, and Ryan Banning ends the season just how it started with a DNF. As for the standings, there is your final confirmation. Josh Rose champion by 30 points ahead of Kacper Jędrzejczyk, with Lufu P3 after his fantastic recovery drive. Panos Veras is 4th whilst Wandy drops to 5th, and Takubi sneaks inside the top 8. As for the rest of the top 16, Goat Ghosty and Ryan Banning will be disappointed not to have overtaken Lewis Jones after not scoring in the finale. As for the constructors, Aston Martin were your runaway leaders and confirmed as champions back in Belgium, but RB overtake Williams on the last day of the season to finish in the top 3. Alpine come agonisingly close to leapfrogging both Mercedes and Haas. And finally, in the overall standings, Aston Martin claim the title here as well, but just 1.5 points separates RB and McLaren in 2nd and 3rd. Mercedes just sneak inside the 300s, and a late season revival for Alpine is not enough for them to overtake Red Bull for 8th. And with that, Season 11 comes to a close. I hope you'll join us back here for Season 12. Make sure you're following on Twitch to watch all of the races as they happen, as well as subscribing here on YouTube for Tier 1 highlights. A big thank you to Ethan Miles and Oliver Lewis for joining me in the commentary box this season. But for one final time in Season 11, my name has been George Sanderson. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra for now.